Hello SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another Thanks video. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 10 things you probably didn't know about the game. So let's get the big one out of the way first. One of the big ones. So when you go to a tank, you can actually switch the premium rounds from gold to silver. So basically on the bottom left, when you go to the ammunition, it says toggle currency, and you can toggle the currency and make sure you save when exiting out. Also, you can do the same thing with consumables, with premium consumables. How do you know if it's a premium consumable? It will have a gold tint on the consumable. It won't be white, it will be the gold color. Also, one more thing with the ammunition. Most people don't know this, but when you're in the garage, when you're looking at a tank, you can actually look over there on the right side of the screen and see if your rounds are gold, if you have your premium rounds loaded up as gold or silver. Right now in my STB1, I have my premium rounds loaded up as gold, and it shows as gold. Now if I go in there, switch the tank from gold to silver, and guess what? I go back, and now it says silver. There's you a tip. That's tip number one. So, the second tip is actually colorblind modes. There's actually a lot of colorblind modes in the game for people that are colorblind mode, like myself. So, how do you do this? Well, all you have to do is go to settings, go to settings again, go to options, and you actually have different options to change the team colors and colorblind mode. You can change your team colors from green to purple, default, which is blue and orange, or red to green. And I keep mine as green and purple. I like that is the best. And the colorblind modes, there are different colorblind modes that you can set that takes into effect the entire game. So yeah, that's tip number 2. Alright, so tip number 3 is actually, you can go into your settings, back into the settings, go to settings again, and go to controls. Now, a lot of people ask me, like, hey, what button did you mash to press that in game? Well, this is where you can do it. You can see what button does what, because controller configuration is different. You can change your controller configuration and figure out what button does what button. And the best one to do is actually handbrake alternate, because you can actually use your handbrake. Best one to use handbrake. Handbrake alternate or handbrake. It's one of the best controller setups in the game. So number 4 is actually to do with equipment and consumables. Now, I actually see a lot of people mess this up, and a lot of people don't know about this. That's why it's on the list. So if you go to your equipments and consumable on any tank, this works for equipments and consumable. So I'm just going to go to equipment, and up here where it says equipment, where the little orange indicator is moving, so that little orange indicator tells me if I sell a piece of equipment or put an equipment on, that tells me what equipment's selling. Okay, so the little orange thing, the orange thing is on the code optics. And if I sell, like, put another piece of equipment on, it's going to trade out the code optics. And I can switch it to whatever I want. See, now it's on the advanced loader, and now I can switch it, and it's going to switch out the advanced loader for the advanced concealment. A lot of people don't know about this little orange thing. This has caused people millions of silver. And this is one of the ways you can actually save you silver, by paying attention to that little orange thing. Because it tells you what you're going to sell, where your equipment pieces are going, and stuff like that. And you can also do the same exact thing for consumables. The same exact thing. So another thing that a lot of people didn't know about is if you hold an auto aim, and you can tell what auto aim is on what button it is by that controller's configuration. So basically, if you hold it in auto aim, that allows you to look around your tank without moving your turret. You let go of auto aim, and now your gun starts moving. Hold it, and boom. Magic. It's magic, I know, right? So another thing that people probably don't know, when you go into like this mode right here, while looking down your gun barrel, you can actually zoom in by the button that it tells you. If you press it once, you can zoom in. If you actually have the special equipment that allows you to zoom in farther, you have 2 zooms. And artillery can do the exact same thing. Like zoom in. I didn't know that for like 2 years of playing artillery. I didn't know you can actually zoom in artillery. Also, there's another thing. If you hold in the button longer on artillery, you can go to trajectory mode, which basically shows you, it kind of shows you the way your shell's gonna go. So it's actually kind of cool. I like it. Okay, so the next one is, there's 3 symbols right above your tank information. There's the 2 main ones, which is targeted, 6 cents, and there's a third one. So if you don't know, targeted is basically when somebody looks at you. Every single tank gets in the game. And yeah, it's basically if somebody's staring at you or has their gun locked onto you, then the target symbol will come up, which is the exclamation mark. The light bulb, it's called 6 cents. That is the skill that you can train that lets you know exactly when you're spotted. Now the third one is, it only shows up when you auto aim. Basically, it tells you when you're auto aiming. So another thing you probably don't know is that you could actually move your mini-map in different positions. When you start the game, it's in the top left. When you first start the game for the very first time, or you just have not changed it since 6.0. Before 6.0, it's in the top left, and now my mini-map's in the top right. So basically, all you have to do is go to settings, go to options, and go to mini-map location, and set it to bottom right, which will change your target info from the bottom right to the top left, and your mini-map from the top left to the bottom right. So basically, it just switches the 2. Also, if you don't want the little circle map, the compass map, you can actually go to your settings, go to options, and go to rotate radar and turn that off. Basically, if you have rotate radar on, that is the compass map, and you turn it off, then you have the square map, which is a bigger map. Okay, so another thing that you probably don't know is replays. There are replays in the game. So there's 2 ways to actually look at replays. One, if you're in the garage, you just click options, you go to your options, then you go to replays, and it'll bring up trending replays, friends replays, and your replays. And that saves back for a while. Or if you just got done with a match and you want to look at the replay, when you're still on the personal medal or scoreboard menu, you can press the button that tells you on the bottom left, which on PlayStation is the triangle. If you hit triangle, it'll ask you to download the replay. So basically, that doesn't download it to your system. It just downloads it so you can actually look. Basically, you download it. And this way, you can actually just fly around the map and just see what the enemy tanks see. You can actually be like, okay, you can figure a lot of stuff out with the replay system. You can be like, okay, how did I get shot from here? I thought the enemy tank could not see my weak point. Go see what the enemy team see. Go watch that shell as it travels through the air. If you were wondering where that last enemy tank was, that just kept hiding, like a light tank or something, you can go find it. There's a lot of things you can go with the replay system. If there was a amazing kill that you didn't get, you can go find that. There's a lot of things you can do with the replay systems. It's kind of endless. So the last thing you probably don't know about World Tanks Console is there's a setting in game that you can go to the settings, go to settings again, go to option, and turn on additional efficiency indicators. Basically, what this does, it lets you see damage block and damage assist that you have dealt in that game. Damage dealt stays up there even if it's turned off or turned on. Doesn't matter. But when you turn it on, it shows you how much damage you assisted and how much damage you block. Some people don't know this, so nonetheless. So that's the 10 things you probably did not know about World Tanks Console. So if you end up liking this video or find you didn't know any of these tips or things, and why not subscribe to the channel, because I make content like this. So if you enjoy this video, remember SLAPAFISH, because why was not? And I forgot how to do my own outro. So I'll see y'all guys later. Peace out. See ya.